Hello everyone, so as you can probably tell from the title of the video, I'm actually going to be opening up something that I've wanted in my game collection for, I want to say about 10 years. I'd say about 2009, 2010 is when I actually found out about this, and I've wanted it ever since. So I am in the process of editing 2 videos, and so I'm hoping to get those out as quickly as I can. One of them should come out a lot sooner than the other. The other one I've been editing for a month and I'm still editing it. It's quite a process because there's a lot to the video and I want to make sure it's as polished as can be because it has a lot of information on it. But anyways, without further ado, let's open this up. So I've kind of placed hints around as to what it could possibly be. So it's from one of my favorite video game series, and I'm hoping this is a good condition because I wanted to say it's super expensive for what it is, especially because it's come down in price a lot, or since at least last time I checked. So I'm kind of glad for that. All right, so hopefully this is in good condition, and hopefully that this camera's picking it up. So it's not super expensive, so it's not like, you know, like, oh my gosh, I added like a $10,000 game to my collection. No, it's actually just something that's just more hard to find rather than it is like super expensive or anything else like that. And ever since I've seen this thing, I've wanted it so bad for so long. And hopefully this is it. So I'm hoping it's in the condition I ordered it, because it's not perfect condition, which I'd like to get one perfect. And I also want to get one that is actually sealed, which is going to be near impossible, because that one is actually super expensive actually to get this, what this is sealed. So without further ado, let's see if it's a good condition and everything else like that. Oh yes. Alright, so I'm going to toss the box to the side here. So you can probably somewhat tell what this is. And I want to say most people don't know that this ever existed. So, oh, that is so cool. Actually, it looks a lot better in person than I thought it would, as far as like the condition and stuff. So, like I said, it's not perfect condition, but it's yep, there's all 3, so that's a good sign. So like the spine has a little bit of this right here, like this little tearing, which kind of sucks, but like I could probably like get it to like stay like that, so it's not that big of a deal. But yes, this is the Spyro Collectors Edition. What's so collectors about it? Nothing. As far as like, it doesn't like, it's weird because like most people think of like Collector's Edition like it comes with like all this extra stuff and everything else like that. It's just the games. That's all that this is. So, which I'm fine with, but they do have exclusive packaging with it, which I'll show you here in a bit. Well, besides this, so you know, like we got the top here, which is Spyro Collectors Edition, the bottom Spyro Collectors Edition, which we got the back, you know, which is you know, Spyro the Dragon. Things are really heating up now. It's the supercharged trio featuring the feisty, flame-breathing little dragon, Spyro and his dragonfly friend Sparks. Flame, glide, and burn. Need we say more? And then it has Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2, Ripto's Raids, and Spyro Year of the Dragon. So, this is, these do have, like I said, a kind of exclusive packaging, as you can see here. Okay, so no cracks, and no cracks. Which is good, because I didn't want these to have cracks or anything else like these. I wanted them at least in decent condition. Like, the box is in pretty good condition for the most part. Oh my gosh, these are just beautiful. So, as you can tell, you know, here and, you know, through here, it's, this is a right label, which is not common. Like, this, like, they only did a certain amount of these collector's editions, as far as, like, they did one for Crash, which I really want that one, but not as bad as I wanted this one. Then there's Gran Turismo, then there's a Grand Theft Auto one, and I want to say Siphon Filter. I could be wrong on that. And there's a few others that they did collector's editions for, but basically all they do is they have like the games. And with Crash, I want to say that one was weird. Hey, so post-edit over Passionate Gamer here. So two things. First thing, I want to apologize. My face cam died in the middle of the video, which my battery life told me I had enough for the rest of the video, but apparently it didn't. So, but the video shall continue in this perspective, which it actually kind of works out in my opinion. Second thing is that I wanted to point out a misprint on this that I wanted to talk about in my original video because I saw it on the eBay listing, but when I originally bought this. So as far as I know, it's not like exclusive to like my collector's edition or anything else like that. As far as I know, it's a misprint on every single collector's edition, which doesn't make it a valuable misprint or anything. But I find like misprints and mistakes and kind of like interesting trivia about games very, very interesting. So I wanted to point this out regardless. So if you take a look at the back of the game box, you have Spyro the Dragon, which this is correct because this is Stone Hill from the first game. But if you take a look at these two, I mean, if you're a diehard Spyro fan, or because even if you have a good knowledge of the games, you know that this isn't correct. So right here it says Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, or Gateway to Glamour if you're in the PAL territories, or if you're Japan, Spyro X Sparks Tremondo Tours, if I pronounced that correctly. You have Spyro Year of the Dragon down here. But this is Enchanted Towers from Spyro Year of the Dragon. This is like the skateboarding level specifically from that. Whereas this is Skelos Badlands from Spyro 2. Like, this is near the beginning of the level where you have to, it's like an orb challenge where you have to go and kill the dinosaurs before they get the cavemen. So it's kind of interesting how that got swapped. So my guess is either A, the one who made the box art didn't have as, like, in-depth knowledge of the games, or, you know, like, maybe he, like, accidentally, like, flipped it and, like, and just didn't realize his mistake, and then it got printed, and then, well, this is history now. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about, but I guess kind of, like I said, I found that stuff interesting, and I wanted to point it out for, especially if anybody caught that, and you know, it'd be kind of weird for me not to mention it, just, especially since I knew of that. I don't know why I didn't bring it up in the original video. But speaking of the original video, let's go ahead and continue on, shall we? Alright, so actually my camera battery died, which is a very bad thing on me, so apologize about that. But I mean, I'm pretty much wrapped up here anyways, so yeah, I mean, like, I guess, like, especially because I love that art, and this is like some of my favorite art, is the Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage art. Because to me, it's just so stunning, like, which I love all three of the Spyro cover arts, but Spyro 2 has always been my favorite, especially because it's not only that, but it's my favorite Spyro game. And not only that, but it's my favorite game of all time. So I'm glad that they chose that artwork for it, although I'm pretty sure a lot of people would prefer Spyro Year of the Dragon, because that's usually the one that everybody's like favorite is. But regardless, like, it's just so cool to actually own this. And, you know, especially because for me, I love collecting for the PS1, and yeah, this is just beautiful. Just beautiful to see, and as you can see here, part of a set, which all these would have, because they have the collector's edition banner and stuff like that. And yeah, let's open these up, and I think that'll probably be the end of the video. And then these have like I don't know if I'd say greatest hits. I know like a lot of greatest hits PlayStation games have that, where it's like just like a silver disc and stuff like that. But these have, you know, the logo and then collector's edition, which that is awesome art. I don't think Spyro 1 ever had that art in the back. That might be just for the collector's edition, which I never knew. Which this disc actually is in beautiful condition. Alright, I'm going to save the best for last here. Let's do Spyro 3. Huh, maybe they did have that art. I don't remember that art for Spyro 1. That looked more like Spyro 2 art. But yeah, Spyro Year of the Dragon, which this looks just like the Greatest Hits disc, to my knowledge. There might be some few differences, but usually Greatest Hits have like just like a silver disc, and then just like the, you know, kind of like this. But the difference right there is that collector's edition. Which also, the disc, a little bit smudged up, but for the most part, that actually looks good. And finally, the last one, which is the best one in my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Yeah, this looks just like the greatest hits disc. So, which I'm gonna have to try to see if I can. Do I have? Actually, yes, I do. I'll show you. I'll show you the differences real quick between them. But so we got Spyro 2, Ripto's Raids, Collector's Edition. Yeah, okay, that's art for Spyro 2. There's that. Which I do like that kind of art of Spyro and Aquarius Towers. Or Aquaria Towers, I should say. Oh yeah, here's the Crash Bandicoot Collector's Edition. So it has Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, and strangely CTR and Crash Bash. So it doesn't have like Crash 1, 2, and 3 like the Spyro one does. It has Crash 3, CTR, and Crash Bash, which are like the last three that were released. And ironically, this one was not done by Naughty Dog. So for me, I'm actually okay with that because I actually love Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped and Crash Bash, but I know some people are kind of don't like Crash Bash as much. But yeah, it's kind of weird that that's the three that they picked instead of just like Crash 1, Crash 2, Crash 3, or even like Crash 2, Crash 3, and like maybe like CTR or something like that. So give me 1 second. I'm actually going to grab the Collector's Edition. I could have swore this had a different background, so give me 1 second. Alright, so I'm back. So yeah, this is the greatest hits version of Spyro 1. So you can see, like I said, it's like got that like silver to it. It doesn't have like the color discard. Is what I should be been saying all along. Usually they don't have color discard. They just have this, which, yeah, that is different art, at least than I'm accustomed to. See, that totally looks like Spyro 2 art to me compared to Spyro 1. So that's kind of interesting. So I don't know why these two, like the Year of the Dragon and Spyro 2 Ripto's Raids, have the same cover art as like the original copies. But, very strange. I almost was going to put the wrong disc in that. So there you go. You can kind of tell the differences kind of between the two. But all, at the end of the day, all I got to say, this is just beautiful. I love having these. And you might be asking, like, well, is there anything special like on the discs? Not that I know of. I'm pretty sure there isn't. It's, like I said, it's basically just another way to get, like, the games again. And as far as I could tell, like, these were printed in, like, low quantities. There's not, like, that's why, like, they're very hard to get. That's why I said, like, it's not, like, super duper expensive. Like, it's not, like, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, unless you're trying to get the sealed. If you're trying to get the sealed, then yes. It's going to be a lot of freaking money. And it's too rich for my blood. But at least for these, they're not too expensive, especially because I feel like these have gone down in price since last I checked, and that might be because of the Reunited trilogy, which I prefer these over the Reunited anyways, which I'm probably the only person that will ever say that, but I prefer the originals by a long shot. But yeah, so there you go. There is something I've wanted in my game collection for for at least, I want to say at least about 10 years, since like I saw that this was a thing. Which I never thought Spyro would ever have a collector's edition, which, I mean, it's a collector's edition just by, like, hey, you get the trilogy all in one bundle. With amazing art, by the way. Like I said, I can't praise this art enough. I love the original, like, the original Spyro trilogy art is some of my favorite art in video games. It's just so iconic, at least to me, but then again, I grew up with it, so yeah, that is... Oh man, it's just hitting me that this is actually in my collection now. So, well, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. So this was a little bit of a shorter video. I'm hoping to get out the next two videos in a very fast time frame. Basically it's like as fast as I can. No guarantees. Like I said, I've been editing one for a month now. So, because there's just so much editing that I have to do on it to get it polished up to where I want it, especially because I'm relaying a lot of facts in it. I want to make sure like everything's in order and correct.
So be looking forward to some more future videos. Like I said, I hope you like this one. I know it's not a typical one or typical video or anything else like that. It's more like a one-off. But regardless, hope you enjoyed. If you have any feedback, please leave it to me, especially feedback of actually making sure my camera starts, which, to be fair, I said that I had a certain amount of time, and I didn't even hit that time. It just shut off. So always start your videos. Always charge your batteries. I'm just going to end this video before I freaking ramble on more and also, do more words good. So thank you, everyone, for watching, and as always, stay passionate.